I never really thought of myself as a creative person, like ever. I was never really good at things like drawing, painting. I don't really have an eye for photography. I can't do cool stuff like make things with knitting or crocheting. It was just never for me. Recently, I was having a conversation with a friend about, the upcoming year, the goals that we wanted to accomplish and the things that we wanted to do in 2025. I was telling her that I really wanted to start this content creation journey as a hobby and see where it goes. I wanted to jump into YouTube, make videos, get good at editing, and really start taking the streaming thing just a little bit more seriously. Again, just seeing where it goes as a hobby and potentially more if I get really good at it, if I really enjoy it. And I was talking about some of the things, the pitfalls, the things that could probably make it hard for me to get started or stick with it. And that's when I told her, I just never really thought of myself as this creative person. And the way that I typically describe it as, I'm a very black and white thinker. But my friends that do YouTube and that are very successful that I think of as, motivators and role models in this whole thing, they think differently. They think in blues and reds and yellows and greens, and that's what makes them so good at it. Because I watch their videos and I'm like, man, how could I ever think of something like that? That's so cool. Like, how could they edit like that? How could they do this thing? And then I think, yeah, I could never do that. And that's what stopped me from getting started for so long. Me thinking I'm just black and white, and them thinking on, all colors of the spectrum. And so I told my friend, the color thinking metaphor. And she listened, and she paused for like a second, and then she responded, and she said, well, Kennedy, I think that the fact that you could even think about it in a way like that does prove that you're creative and that you're doubting yourself. And I kind of paused, and I kind of made a little face, and after a couple of seconds, I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Again, even though I'm not the most creative, I don't want to use that as an excuse to not try this YouTube thing, not do this YouTube thing, or just give up on it. As I'm going through this process, I'm learning that it's exactly that, a process. Learning how to shoot and film videos, how to edit videos, getting a little bit better each time. And then there's a lot of reward, there's a lot of fun in the process. Creativity might not come as easily or as quick to me as it does my other friends. And now that I've made a few YouTube videos, I've learned that and I've accepted that. But I feel myself getting a little bit better each time. And to me, that means a lot. I'm doing little cool things on the editor that I use. I'm learning things about settings and shading and color grading just to make a little bit of progress each time, and that's the goal. It doesn't always have to be the best. Sometimes good enough is good enough. And I don't necessarily want to make, uncreative trash ass videos, but again, it's not going to be perfect, but eventually it's going to get to a place where I'm even more proud of the work that I'm making. And knowing that that's going to come in the future, that's enough for me. And so again, not that creative, but I feel like I'll get there, exactly where I want to be one day.